Shalom, brothers. Shalom. All praise goes to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kwadash. Double honors goes into the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that have taught me the truth. And much love and peace and blessings goes out to all the hopeful elect brothers that are teaching the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in truth and sincerity. Basically, man, this is going to be a lesson. This is weird because I never had this many cars turning down where I live at, because it's fucking weird. I'm slacking. I got a little bit distracted. But this walk and talk lesson I want to do is basically going to be about how righteousness makes everything work. Righteousness makes things to prosper. Righteousness makes things permanent. Righteousness gives you success, etc., right? Because the, modern frame of thought, if you will, is that success comes through different tangible or intangible things. Most people, when you ask them what's success or, what's going to make your life better, they would tell you money, in which, they would exchange money for certain possessions. So really it boils down to carnal things. Or they would say of anything intangible, they would say things like happiness. Well, if I'm happy, it doesn't matter what I have, everything will work like that. But really what it boils down to is the blessing which comes from on high, from heavens, which is righteousness, doing right. Because when you look at the relationship between righteousness, which righteousness basically doing what is acceptable before the Heavenly Father, things which please him, right? The opposite of making him angry, like stealing or murdering. Those are things that makes the Most High angry. Things which pleases him is obedience through his word. And in turn will make you successful. And when you apply, look, righteousness could be applied to anything you do. When it comes to relationships, like for a woman, for example, for a woman to maneuver righteously in a relationship would mean she stays by her man, is a servant unto him. She knows how to receive instruction from him, right? Operating with the knowledge of the scriptures and using that. That's what will make a marriage work, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Dealing rightly on the earth is what makes things work, man. And that's just one example, but that example can be applied to everything, because just as to say, right, when it comes to our people, we had great success in all that we performed. Look in war, right? When we went to battle with our enemies, we had success, and what made it work for us was righteousness, because we did which was right before the Heavenly Father. You see what I'm saying? Like times like the book of Jericho. Jericho was a stronghold of this heathen that was almost impenetrable. That by regular means we wouldn't have been able to conquer that city. Or in other words, that dwelling of the heathen, right? But through righteousness, we obeyed the Heavenly Father. We circled, I believe, the men had to circle the city 7 times and then give a great shout. And the Levites sounded the trumpets, and then the walls of that city broke. And then we were able to go in and kick those heathens' ass. So what? We obeyed the Heavenly Father, what he told us to do, and that's what caused us success, right? When in the ancient world, when men were more in tune with the vibration of the Lord. In other words, they obeyed him. They were righteous. They were more righteous than even men today. Men lived longer. Men lived about 1,000 years. And every time period, you know what I'm saying? Every time period where they went off, you know what I'm saying? Their lifespans were cut down. So some might say, okay, well, how I want to live a good, healthy life. They might say, oh, you eat herbs, vegetables, which that can give you a better quality of life. But a long life is not guaranteed through doing that. You know what I'm saying? Not even a healthy life, because the Most High can still smite you for being wicked. So it goes back to righteousness, man. And that's why righteousness has to end. That's Satan speaking. Righteousness, what I mean to say is righteousness has to flourish and wickedness must come to an end, because wickedness is the corruption of life. Wickedness is just that. It's corruption. Wickedness brings slayings. Wickedness destroys families. Wickedness will destroy anything you put your hand to do. When you mingle it with wickedness, you lose it. You see what I'm saying? It's not stable. And that's what we learning just by the Most High putting us in this captivity, these different scenarios that we go through, is that, man, shows us how much we need the righteous kingdom which is to come, to where, all of that heartache and so forth we experience through loss and through wickedness and so on and so forth, it could be restored, and we can have joy and gladness, because we'll be righteous before the Heavenly Father. We'll do right. No more going off. No more dealing with death. You know what I'm saying? No more dealing with sorrow, depression, incidents and accidents. You see what I'm saying? No more, none of that. We're going to lay upon foundations which are eternal, man. And that's so beautiful, man. It's what most of these people, when you have a conversation with them, they do not get it, man. And it's just a blessing to understand that. So all praise goes to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kal Kodash, Shalom.